Good evening all. Am I audible? Yeah, Manmeet, good evening. Amit, good evening. Gauri, good evening. Yeah, thank you for your response, Sai, Manikanta, Maunika, everyone. Okay, so good evening all. Yeah, good evening Punita, Manohar, thank you. Yuvantika, good evening. Mamata, good evening. Sanjay Ramar, good evening. Harshad, good evening. Okay, so good evening all. This is Indra from Pantech E Learning. So today we are in our 16th day of this 21 days masterclass, right? Almost we came to a last week of this 21 days masterclass, right? So we have covered so many topics for the past few days, right? So today we are going to focus on the topic which is tracking objects in OpenCV, okay? So without a delay, let's get started to the session. So before that, in this particular session, I'm going to use one particular image, okay? So I will share you the image link in the chat box as well. You can go and grab that, or you can use some other picture also. So here, this is the image that I am going to take. Inside this particular thing, actually this is the image that I am going to use in this entire session, okay? So if you want to use the same image, in the sense you can use, otherwise you can go for a different image as well. Okay, the image name is actually Smarties, okay? So let us get into our Jetson Nano and let me go for my Visual Studio Code first. Okay. Okay, so here we have our Visual Studio Code, right? Okay, so here let me create a new file. Let it be a demo file, okay? So let me name it demo.py. Okay, so as usual, first we need to check whether we can able to read that particular image or not. So first let's start with reading that particular image, okay? So here you can able to see the image name over here, right? Smarties.png. This is a PNG file format because I have already downloaded it in my masterclass folder inside my file manager. So you can download it and put it in a folder. So here let me start with import CV2. This is the first step, right? And then import numpy as NP. Okay, it will automatically take this as numpy. Okay, now let's move to the next thing. And okay, so let it be and let me change after that, okay? So here I'm going to create a variable called cam, which is equal to here CV2 dot video capture, okay? So I'm using USB type camera, so I'm going to pass 0. If you are using some other external camera, in the sense you can go for number 1. You can try with both number. If 0 doesn't work, in the sense you can go for 1 or something, okay? So cam which is equal to CV2 dot video capture of 0. Now let's get into the loop, just while loop. Instead I'm going to use just let it be, and I'm not going to use for this particular line for now, but let it be red frame which is equal to cam dot read, okay? So cam dot read. For now I don't need this line, but let it be. Let us use in the upcoming line. So here frame which is equal to cv2 dot, first I am going to read that particular image, okay. So instead I am going to name that as, the name is smarties, where it is, smarties.png, right. So smarties.png, okay. And after this cv2 dot, I am going to show that particular image. So inside we need to change a window name, let it be a video, okay. And then I'm going to pass the frame over here, and then cv2 dot, I'm going to move windows. It will be in the one side corner of the screen. So cv2 dot move windows, not windows, it should be window, move window, okay. So here I'm going to pass the window name, which is be like video, and then 0, 0, okay. Okay, so now let's go for if condition and wait key. So cv2 dot wait key of, I'm going to pass just 1, which is equal to odd of q. So if you press q, it will quit the window, okay. So don't forget to end it with a colon and then break. Now let's get out of this particular if condition and while loop. At the end, cam dot release, and then cv2 dot destroy all windows, okay. So cv2 dot destroy all windows. So let me run this and see what it will show, okay. Yeah, it's, the image is actually opening. So we have successfully read the image, okay. So now we are going to create taskbar. We are going to track the image, right. So we are going to do step by step program. So first we have load the image, and we have read the image, and we have shown it over here. Now the second step is we are going to creating a taskbar. So how to create taskbar? For that, okay, over here I am going to define a function, okay, that's called nothing function. So instead I am going to just pass nothing of x, okay. So here I just pass a pass thing. So why I am using this, let me tell you. So after this I am going to use cv2 dot named window, okay. So instead I am going to pass the name, which is nothing but track bars, okay. So this particular line creates a new window named track bar. So here this is nothing but a function definition, okay. So here I just use a function. This is a placeholder function, that is nothing, that's why I name it as the nothing. So it is used as a callback, just for a callback for the track bar, because OpenCV requires a function to be passed when creating taskbar. That's why I just create a dummy function over here. And then cv2 dot named window, inside I have passed the window name, which is nothing but track bar, okay. So now another line, cv2 dot move window inside track bars, comma 1320, comma 0. So what is this particular line is about? So this particular line move the track bar window to the screen coordinate, x-axis and y-axis. I have just passed 1320 and 0. So if you are confused with the x-axis, y-axis number in the sense, you can just go and Google it, how to mention the correct numbers for x-axis and y-axis, okay. So here I have just passed x-axis as y-axis as 1320 and 0. And then cv2 dot create track bar, okay. So here we are going to use HSV method, hue, saturation and value method. So for that, first I am going to start with, we have to put it inside the colon over here, hue lower, This is nothing but a HSV method. Okay, so hue, saturation and value. So we need to mention all those steps. Here I have mentioned hue lower, and after this the window name, that should be track bars over here. Okay, and then 50, 179, I'm going to pass the function name, which is nothing. So this particular line creates a track bar name hue lower in the window track bar. So it allows the user to set the lower limit for the hue channel, which is nothing but a color tone in HSV color space. Okay, so initial values are like 50 and the maximum value I have just given is 179. Okay, so likewise the same we are going to create for hue lower, right? So now I am going to create for hue upper. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Instead of lower, I am going to change this to upper, hue upper, and then track bar, and then I am going to set the lower value like 100 and the maximum value is for 179, and then I have passed the nothing thing. Okay, so now let's do for saturation low and saturation high, value low and value high also. Okay, so let me create the same thing. Let me paste it over here. So instead of hue lower, we need to change this for saturation. So which means sat low. Okay, and then here I am going to change this to 100 and the maximum value I am going to set it with 255. Okay, and then let me copy this and let me paste it. Instead of sat low, I am going to set it to saturation high, and here I am going to set the values like 255, 255 and then nothing. Okay, and now let's move to for the value low and value high. So let me paste it again. So instead of sat low, let me change this to value low, and then here let it be the same. Okay, so now val high track bar, here I am going to change this to 255, 255 and nothing. Okay, so this will create the all the hue lower, hue upper, sat low, sat high, value low and value high in the window track bar with the minimum and maximum value, and the remaining lines are the same. We don't have to change anything over here. So cam width is equal to CV2 dot video capture, because we are using USB camera over here, and then inside while loop all the lines we need. We don't have to change anything over here. Okay. So let me run this and let's see whether we have successfully created that track bar or not. Yeah, we got it. You can able to see here, right? Hue lower, hue upper, saturation lower, saturation higher, value low, value high. The value I set, it's like this. You can able to see. So you can able to see the minimum is 50, right? So 50 and the maximum is 179. So it will go up to 179. Here 100, 179. So here its places in 100. And the same for saturation low is also 100 and maximum is 255. And saturation high is for 255, 255. So it will be like this. And value low 100, maximum is 255, and value high 255, 255. That's why it's play something like this. If I press Q, it will quit. Okay, so now we have successfully created the taskbar. So Smarties is in color space RGB, red, green, blue. So it is hard to track RGB. So what do we going to do is that we are going to create a new image, that we will call that image with a name called HSV. HSV is nothing but hue, saturation and value, short form as HSV. So now we are going to create a new image. So we can just creating a new image in the same program. We just add few more line over here. We don't need to erase everything and write from the scratch. Okay, so I'm just going to add few more lines over here. So inside the while true, after this line, okay. Okay, so over here now we are going to convert the image from BGR to HSV, okay, blue green R to HSV, hue, saturation and so HSV which is equal to CV2 dot CVT color, which means convert color. So inside we need to pass what? Frame, comma, CV2 dot color underscore BGR to HSV, okay, and then this particular line converts the image or frame from BGR, which is nothing but a default OpenCV color format. So to HSV, hue, saturation, value, color space. So HSV makes it easier to filter color based on their tone, which is hue, and then intensity, which is nothing but saturation, and then brightness, which is nothing but the value, okay. And after this I'm going to give like hue low, which is equal to, okay, CV2 dot get, sorry, T should be in uppercase, okay. So get track bars POS, position. So inside I'm going to pass the window name, which is like hue lower, and then another name is track bars, okay. So this particular line retrieves the current position of the track bar named hue lower in the window track bar, okay. So the value of hue low represent the lower boundary for the hue channel in HSV color space. So it is dynamically adjustable by moving the hue lower slider. So now we go for hue up, so which is equal to CV2 dot get track bars POS, which is nothing but position, okay. So inside same hue upper and then track bars, okay. So similarly we have to do for the all the things like saturation low, saturation up, value low, value up, for all those steps, okay. So I'm going to add one by one. This is for saturation low. So CV2 dot get track bar, this is not actually track bars, this is track bar, okay. So we should get error if we give something like that. So LS, which is equal to CV2 dot get track bar position. So inside we need to pass saturation high, comma, track bars, okay. So now let me copy this and let me paste this for saturation upper, so US upper saturation. So CV2 dot get track bar position, here we need to change this to what? This is saturation low, right? So this is supposed to be saturation low, saturation high, and the track bar everything is same. So now this is for value low, CV2 dot get track bar position. So instead I'm going to pass value low, track bars, okay. So similarly for value high, I mean upper value, so U V. CV2 dot get track bar position. Here instead of low, we can change this to value high and then track bars. Okay. So remaining everything is same. We don't have to change anything over here. So let me verify this. Do we get any error or not? Okay. Okay, it's working properly. We didn't get any error from here. So here I got values from the track bars that I want to track on, and now I want to start kind of like filtering those values. Okay, so for that I want to create a range that I am going to track on. So I got 6 values: hue upper lower, saturation upper lower, and value upper lower. 6 values, right? So but I want to make it easier to work with those 6 values by creating a little array. Let's call it as something like lower bounds and upper bounds. Okay, so let's create that also. So now we are going to creating range and track. Okay, so same, we are not going to change anything over here. We just going to add few more line, and then we get into the last part. Okay, so before that let me talk about something. You know already what it will be, which is nothing but internship. So you can convert this 21 days of masterclass into your 30 days of internship. So this is only applicable for registered masterclass students. So in this 30 days internship, you will get 30 days of recording sessions, 30 days of presentations, 4+ exclusive project codes. You can join to the VIP community group. You will get LMS access for 90 days and you will get your internship confirmation letter, and there will be a weekly hackathon session. You will be getting mock tests, assignments and tasks as well. So at the end of the masterclass, you will be getting your internship certificate and as well as participation certificate. So the registration fees is only for 999 plus GST. So in the chat box itself, they have provided the registration link. If you want to register for it, you can go and grab it. So we have started for batch 4. So this will be the last batch because we are almost in our 16th day. By this week, we are going to end this 21 days masterclass, right? So this is the last batch, which is batch number 4. This is going to start today onwards. And while making your payment, don't forget to add your name, email ID, mobile number, department, your institute name, and you have to select the course correctly, which is Jetson AI, okay? And then you will be doing 4+ projects with me in this particular internship, and batch 4 is going to ends on coming Saturday because Saturday is our last day, right? So I hope you guys will use this chance wisely. Okay, so now let's get back into our topic. Okay. So now what I am going to do is that I am going to add few more line over here. Okay. So now let's define the HSV lower and upper bounds. So for that I am going to name it like lower bounds L_B. Here I am going to use numpy. So np dot array. So inside I am going to pass something like hue low, comma saturation low, comma LV, which is nothing but value low. Okay, so this is the NumPy array that represent the lower limit of the HSV range. So hue low, comma saturation low, comma value low. So it specifies the minimum hue, minimum saturation and minimum value for the range. Okay, so now let's do similarly for upper range. So for that I am going to name it like U_B upper bound, and same thing np dot array of. So inside we need to pass the maximum steps. So hue up, comma US upper saturation and UV upper value. So it specifies the maximum values like hue, saturation and value and its range. So we don't have to change anything over here. Let it be. Let's run and see, okay, whether do we have any error or not. It's just for checking do we have any error or not, but we are nothing going to do with this particular thing. So now let me close this. Okay, so now this is a whole image frame, right? And the video is Smarty's image. Now I don't want the whole image. I just want to mask it. So for that I want to create foreground mask, like widest background and the Smarties on the foreground. So here I want to filter the foreground, like I want to mask it. I just want to keep the Smarties that I want. If I want the green Smarties, I just want to keep that particular green color one. I just want to omit all the remaining colors. So how to do that? So for that we have to create foreground mask. So how to do that? Let's do. Okay. Now after this particular line, we are going to add few more lines for foreground mask. So for foreground mask, I am going to name it like foreground mask, FG mask. Okay. So here CV2 dot in range. We are going to create range as well, right? So instead I am going to pass HSV comma lower bound comma upper bound that we have just created. Okay. Okay, so now here filters, it filters the HSV image using the lower bound and the upper bound, and pixels within the specified range are set to 255. 255 means in the maximum value, which is nothing but the white color. 255 in the mask, white in the mask, and then pixels outside the range are set to 0 in the mask. 0 means black and 255 means white. Minimum means black and the maximum means white. Okay, and here FG mask, this is a binary image where white areas correspond to the selected color range. Okay, so now let's display the mask. For that I am going to use CV2 dot IMShow. Inside I am going to pass FG mask. Okay, and after that FG mask, this is nothing but a window name. Okay, so now CV2.IMShow, this particular line displays the binary mask in a window name FG mask. FG mask means foreground mask. Okay, so white pixels in the mask represent the selected color range. So black pixels represent areas outside the color range, something like that. Okay, and one more line, CV2 dot move window. Instead I am going to pass something like FG mask and then 0, 410. Okay, so this particular line moves the FG mask window to the position 0, 410 on the screen. Okay, x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so now let me save this and let me run, and we need to check whether we can able to adjust the thing or not. Yeah, let me try. So yeah, here we having our FG mask, foreground mask, right? So here I just want to adjust this and see whether we can able to adjust it or not. I'm going to increase this. See, yes we can. So if I decrease this, you can able to see the Smarties over there. It's gradually able to show all the steps, right? If I increase this, what will happen? Yes. So you can able to select the value just by you can able to show what the colors that you want. For that we need to create two more things. Let us see one by one. Just by adjusting all these value, you can able to pick the color that you want to show, right? Okay, so it's working. Let me quit this and let us go through all the topics. Okay, so now I got the mask that I want, that get me the foreground. Okay, what? How only green color Smartie is showing? Please explain from the code. I'm not doing that yet. We are going to do it in the upcoming thing. I just created the foreground mask. Okay, so let it me completely explain. Let me complete it first. Okay, so now I got the mask that get me the foreground. So now to get the foreground, what should we do? Right, we have just only got the mask for the foreground. We need to create the foreground. So for that, what we need to do? So we need to do few more steps. So what it will be, like after this foreground mask, we are going to add few more lines to create the foreground. So I'm going to name it like FG, which is for foreground. CV2 dot bitwise and. I'm going to take this bitwise and. Okay, so inside I'm going to pass the frame first and then again the frame and then mask, which is equal to FG mask, foreground mask. Okay, and see this, it applies the binary mask to the original frame. Okay, binary mask means foreground mask to the original frame. So pixels where the mask is 255, which means white, are kept as they are in the original image. So pixels where the mask is 0 are set to black in the output. So FG here, the result is the color image that shows only the selected HSV range from the original image. Okay, so now we need to display the masked images also, right? So for that I'm going to add like cv2 dot im show. So instead what we need to pass FG, which is foreground, and then foreground variable name over here, and then cv2 dot move window FG, and we have to place the x-axis and y-axis where we have to place it. So let it be 480, 0. Okay, so it moves the foreground window to the position 480, x onto the screen. So now let's try this and see what is going to happen. Do we have successfully created foreground? Yes, we have. So we have read the image, we have created the foreground mask, and over here we have created foreground, right? So if I try over this, we can able to detect color blue and color green. What if I increase this? This is like, okay, what I'm decreasing this, what I will increasing this. Yeah, if I increase the hue upper value, it display me only blue color, right? Yeah, we got it. If I decrease this, it will show the green color. If I increase this, the green is okay, fine, it's working. So just by increasing and decreasing, you can able to see all the colors over here, right? This is the value and this is the saturation. Okay, it's working. Let's complete it and see how it actually work. Okay, so here I got this Smarties image, and then we created the foreground mask, and then we created the foreground, right? So now let's create background mask. We have created foreground mask and foreground. Now I am going to create background mask. So to creating background mask, likewise for foreground, we need to add few more things. So after this, we need to go for background mask. So BG mask, let it be. Okay, so BG mask cv2 dot bitwise not. Okay, so inside I'm going to pass this foreground mask. Okay, and then I'm going to show this. So im show cv.im show, it will be like bg mask window name and then bg mask. I'm going to pass that thing, and then cv2 dot move window. Inside I'm going to pass something like bg mask and the position that I want 480, 410. Okay, yeah, we have successfully created background mask, and let us check, do we have any error or we successfully created that background mask or not. What happened? Cannot query. Yeah, we have created it. This is foreground mask and this is the background mask. Yes. So now we are going to create the background, right? So we have created all those steps. At last we are going to create the background, which means nothing but a final. Okay. Okay. So after this, let us go for the background, which is I'm going to name it like BG background. CV2 dot color of BG mask, comma CV2 dot color underscore gray to BGR. Okay, so this particular line converts the grayscale background mask to a BGR image format. So BG, which is equal to CV2 dot color of, not color, we have to convert it. For that we have to use convert color, right? Yeah. So convert color BG mask, comma CV2 dot color underscore gray to BGR. So this conversion is necessary for combining the background with the foreground in the next step. So now let's combine foreground and background. So for that, let me name it as a final. Okay. So CV2 dot add what? We need to add both the steps. So FG, comma BG, foreground and background. So this line will combine the extracted foreground and the converted background into a single image. So it creates the final image where the selected HSV range is shown in color, right? And the rest is black or white. Someone has asked how to get the green color and blue color, right? So this is the final step. We need to create foreground mask, foreground, background mask, background, and now we need to combine the foreground and background. Okay, I hope you understand it now. So now let us show this. So CV2 dot IM show, instead I am going to pass the final, the window name and then final. Now CV2 dot move window final, comma 900, comma 0. This is the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so now let me save this and let me run it again. Do we get that or not? Yes, we got the final one here. Okay, so we have created foreground mask, foreground, background mask. Where is the background? Okay, we have combined it, right? Okay. So now let me cancel this. Okay, so now the final step, as a final step, I am going to add 2 more tracker. Okay, so I am just going to add 2 more tracker. So for that, let me go above the line that I created over here, hue lower and hue upper. So here I am going to add 2 more line. Okay, so here I am going to add 2 more hue lower and upper tracker. So for that, let me copy this same line and let me paste it over here. So instead of this, let me name it like Q2 lower, track bar, let be the same. We didn't completed it yet. Just wait for a few seconds. Let me show the final output. This is not completed yet. And then this is Q2 upper. Q2 lower and Q2 upper. The track bar is like 150, 179, and here I am going to change this 50 to 100. Okay, yeah, and then likewise here also we need to add that. So Q, let me copy this 2 and let me paste it over here. So let me name it like Q2 low, Q2 up. Okay, so CV2 dot get track bar, everything is same. Here also we need to change this to Q2 lower and Q2 upper. Okay, so this is how you can do that. And also we need to add one more thing called lower bound and upper bound. We need to do everything for the 2 more thing. Okay, so let me name it like lower bound to upper bound to, and np dot array of, here also hue to hue to, and remaining all those are same. And that is, just a minute, let me check it once. I have changed here, right? Hue to lower and hue to upper, we have changed. And where we have to change, make changes. Okay, so now let's come to this line, this particular line, and we have to create one more thing. Let me copy this and let me paste it, and here fg mask, let it be to cv2 dot in range hsv comma lower bound, which is 2, upper bound also, which is 2, right? And then one more line here we need to add, which is, let me give like fg mask comp, which is equal to cv2 dot add, inside I am going to pass fg mask comma fg mask 2. Okay, fg mask 2. So this particular line combines the two masks into a single mask. Okay, and then to display all these stuff, we need to change this to comp, here also comp, combining all those steps, cv2 dot move window, here also we can change this to comp 0, 410, and over here we need to extract the foreground, right? So foreground, which is equal to cv2 dot bitwise and frame over here comp fg mask comp. So and coming to this bg mask, here also I am going to change this to comp. Sorry, I hope we did it correctly and we didn't leave any mistake over here. So let me run and verify that. Do we have any error or not? No, we have nothing. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to track all these things. Okay. So now I am going to set the values and let's see what will happen. So what if I change this to something like 85? Let's try to track one color. Okay, so let me change all these things. Now we can able to track something like blue only, right? So here it's showing the blue. Okay, so if I decrease this, you can able to see red and orange colors, right? Okay, so let it be here. Okay, so let me go to this full, and then what about I change something to this, something to this, something to this. What about like this? Let us change and try what it will print. Okay, so I am going to decrease all these things. Okay, and saturation low, let it be something like this, and okay, I just want to track the blue color only. What if I decrease this? No. No. Okay. Yeah, so I just want to track blue color, something like this. So instead of this image, let's move to our video and try to track an object. Okay, so let me close this. So to enable the video, you just have to I just need to uncomment this particular line and I just need to command this particular line. That's it. It will turn on the camera instead of that particular picture. Okay, so now I am going to run this and let's see, does this open the camera or not, and let's check with an object. Okay, so here, where is my trackbar? Okay, here is my trackbar. Let me place it like this. Okay, so now I want to track an object. Here I am having blue color cap with me. I am placing that particular cap in my finger. I want to track this particular cap. This cap is blue color. In the original video you can able to see this, right? So let's try to track this particular thing. For that I'm going to change with the same value, something like okay, let me change this to full. Yeah, we got little by little. Okay, and then let's change this also to something like okay, and let me decrease this hue to upper value, something to this, and then saturation, let us increase the saturation. Okay, now you can able to see the blue color cap only in the final image. Are you able to see this, right? Here I am holding my finger inside this, that's why it doesn't do something like this. Now you can able to see this one, right? So let me increase the saturation. Okay, no. Okay, so now you can able to see the cap, right? So this is a blue color, it's just detecting the blue color cap. It's just omitting my finger and my hand. It's just tracking the blue color object that I have in my hand, which is a pen cap, which is absolutely a blue color. In the original video, in the final video, you can able to track that particular thing. You just need to adjust the thing correctly. Let me decrease this. I hope you can able to understand this, right? Is it clear? This is how you can track objects with OpenCV, and you can try it with some other image, or you can try it with multiple color like RGB. So you can go with green or blue or red color. So just take a pen or something that is in green, blue or something color, okay? So you can go and give it a try, whether you can able to track any particular object or not. So this is all about today's session. This is how you can track your objects. So let me come up with this once again, so you can convert this 21 days masterclass into 30 days of internship. So in this internship you will get all these steps: 30 days of recordings, 30 days of presentations, 4+ exclusive project codes. You can join to our VIP community group. You will get 90 days of LMS access, and you will get your internship confirmation letter and weekly live session, mock test, assignments and tasks, and at the end of the class you will get your internship or participation certificate. So this is only for 999 plus GST, and today we have started for batch 4, and coming Saturday we are going to close it, because Saturday is the last day of this 21 days masterclass, right? So use this chance wisely, and while making your payment don't forget to add all these details. And you will be doing 4+ project with me in this particular internship. So batch 4 is going to end on coming Saturday. So I hope you like this session, and let's catch up at tomorrow's session with another really a wonderful topic. So thank you all. Have a very great day.